welcome back to the Apartment 40 podcast. I'm your host as always, Peter Rocha. Today we're co-hosted with Sammi J. Welcome back to the show.
Hey y'all, thanks for having me.
Absolutely, always a pleasure to have you back. Today's guest is a local musician. He actually just dropped a music video, so make sure you guys check that out. Welcome to the show. T.A.M.E, how's it going?
What's going on? What's going on with you guys? Appreciate you.
Oh,
dab me up, I'm with it.
Here we go.
To all my enemies, that's where I go by T.A.M.E, to all my enemies, but thank you for having me on the show.
Yeah, no.
It's like,
it's a pleasure having you on. Thank you so much for showing up.
oh yeah, for sure, it's all love, like, I'm excited.
Yeah, let's get into this.
Let's roll.
All this mic stuff is very important.
It is.
Trust me.
Mic discipline was like...
I can't even, whenever I record, you can't. One time I came in there with gum.
Oh, you're just
I
smacking
saw
on
it.
the
No, I
gun?
wasn't smacking on gum, but, like, well, I mean, it picks it up, but sometimes...
I'm glad he said something because
yeah.
I was like, ugh. I thought about that too.
I mean, I have gum right now, but, we're not recording music.
Yeah, it's
You know what I mean? So it's a different thing, but I did that stuff. My boy Choka, he makes his own little like videos too, like behind the scenes. Is pretty dope.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, I was like, all right, bro, I gotta spit this gum out. He was like, you got gum in your mouth? He was like, I knew I heard gum. I could hear everything.
You know, I heard your lips
Really good. His
smack
ears,
all the time.
yeah. Shit was hella funny. Like he captured and everything is hella funny. It's dope.
That's what Wade was saying when I had him on. Because I was talking to him about like because at that episode we only had the like hand mics, and so I never had any mic discipline. It was the first time me using like actual mics.
Yeah.
So I was like, this it was like in my shirt. All you hear was like,
Yeah.
and he's telling me like all the interviews that he does for boxing and all that. Like he's had to learn a lot of mic discipline and how to do an interview, not to have your hands up or like not to be chewing gum or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then just to let everybody know, my neighbors out that way are doing construction, so you're gonna hear a lot of like wood smacking or like
It's all good.
hammering
Yeah,
or
yeah.
drilling. So excuse the distractions. But
Oh yeah, trust me, man.
The bubble
My freaking
gum.
neighbor, man, you actually know them. You know, what's her name, Leah, and you remember D-Lo?
Leah, D-Lo.
She was like, she's a year younger than us, and D-Lo's 1 year older than us, but they're my neighbors.
Oh,
Leah and
she's
it's
like
Shirley.
she's
Yeah,
Devilia?
yeah,
I might have butchered her last name,
Yeah,
but I
yeah,
know
I
her
don't know
last
the
name.
last name either. But anyways, like their asses.
I'm gonna
He feels left out.
Like, I don't know who is this? Who is this
She's
person?
gonna be watching and be like, that motherfucker doesn't remember.
The
I hate
dummy.
man. I feel bad for that because I'm sure if I saw her.
No, that's all good. Trust me. Sometimes I blank out names too. I'll be like, damn, what was that person's name? But I know them. I was in class for like 2 years with them. Like, how do I not know their name? But anyways, their asses like on Friday had the city of Stockton at like 8 in the morning, 7 in the morning, cutting down a whole tree. All my neighbors been doing that recently. I'm like, what is
they've been
on?
a lot of like house improvements I've noticed because they started that because I think they're building like a shed or a gazebo or like a
Good old gazebo.
an amphitheater. Yeah, I think it looks like
Meet
a
me at the
gazebo.
gazebo.
It looks like it because he's got like pillars up and there's like a platform
Oh, okay.
and he's not putting any walls up, but he's putting like a roof. So I think it's like
Probably,
a
yeah,
patio or like a gazebo or something.
yeah.
That's pretty dope.
But yeah, no, I saw that like he had trees there, and I was watching they like ripped it up. They cleared all the dirt. They brought in the wood. I was like, what's this dude building?
That's probably like I wish people would record that because it's like so I don't know like
Like
3 in the
watching
morning
it.
watching people build
Yeah,
stuff.
that's it.
Yeah, you guys see those?
The guys building pools.
They had like mud huts and stuff.
Yeah.
out in the
Yeah,
forest,
yeah,
or
that's
like
just
digging
crazy.
into a rock, and they just make like a whole house out of it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love those videos at 3 in the morning. They only hit at 3 in the morning though. You can't watch them
Yeah,
any other time.
there's
3 in the morning.
3 in the morning. It has to be like early in the morning for no reason. You're watching
When
this
you're
guy
not when
make
you're not
a
being
pool.
productive and you
Yeah.
feel like the worst human ever. You're like,
No
oh
lie,
my
3 in the
gosh.
morning is considered dead time, so I don't like to be up that late.
Yeah, no,
At
it's-
3 in the morning. I don't know if
I'm
you
always
believe in
up
ghosts.
that.
and
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
My mom
spirits
told me
and
that.
stuff, Yeah.
Someone I was talking to somebody the other day, and they're saying that like they've been having a lot of ghost activities, and it's all because they've been staying up, and it's been happening at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. There's a fly in here. I shouldn't have left that door open. We'll get him eventually. I just hope he doesn't like land on the camera or something.
Count his time.
Like the guy
Not
that
even a day.
the fly that landed on Mike Pence's head during the debate.
I
Like
saw that. Yeah,
stayed
that was
there
funny.
forever.
Man, that's just
I heard they
crazy.
made a bobblehead out of it.
There's a lot of
with the
people.
fly on it.
Dude, I bought a brand like this brand right here. They made a shirt with like a fly on it and shit. Like it has like vote and everything on it.
Oh,
It's pretty
okay,
dope.
yeah, that's funny.
It's pretty dope.
So, but how you doing, man? I mean, obviously we have you in here for music. So
Yeah.
how's that going? What got you into that? How'd you get started?
Oh man, it's been a journey.
Yeah.
It's a journey. But I me and you play football together. Love that. That was like the first love, And then high school everyone was like kind of rapping and stuff as a hobby. And stuff,
Yeah.
Everyone, especially when SoundCloud came out, everyone was doing it. I don't remember. You remember Tay Hundreds?
Yeah.
You remember Tay?
I know
Tay,
Tay,
like all of them. This is like even with Don Quest and then when they had Cool Work or not Cool Work, but Cool Work Tribe or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. But they were all dope. Like everyone rapped and stuff. But I always had a love for music. I always like listening to different artists and stuff. Like when I was younger, the first tape I ever had or album was freaking what's the name? Kanye West. What's it called? Graduation.
Okay.
That album.
Yeah.
What's the cover on that? Because I'm not good with
Is it
names.
the bear?
That's the one that's purple and it has a bear.
The bear and the ashen.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Yeah, that
I
I used to
College
listen to
Dropout.
all the time. Yeah, College Dropout is cool.
That one was fire.
But Graduation is like that was the one that like really like woo.
He's like, I'm gonna do
I
this.
love this. Like
Yeah.
it's dope. But I didn't really think. And even in high school, I didn't really take it seriously though. Like it was more of a hobby. And then once I graduated, or like right before I graduated, I made one song. It was cool. And then after I graduated, I took some time. Like I was just working and stuff, school and shit.
Yeah.
I would play around and stuff, just having fun, just freestyling, whatever. And then I finally like figured out the sound that I wanted for my voice.
Oh,
you know?
like the way you sing, or like the way
the way
you're
like the
getting your
vocals,
music
like the way
across
you like
or across.
deliver stuff, like my flow.
Okay.
So I made a song, and then I dropped it on SoundCloud. It got some good views. Like I run into people like, man, bro, I didn't know you can spit like that. But it was the first one like since like it was probably a year after we graduated. I was just taking my time trying to perfect that stuff. But that's when I took it seriously. I took it way more seriously, like actually knowing like how to not really create songs, but like how to record them and stuff. Because when I go to the Press, that's downtown.
Okay.
Yeah, studio recording. It's pretty dope up there. It's really professional, like really nice people and stuff. And I met my boy Choka because I used to go to this the audio engineer. His name is Diego, really good dude. And but he's I don't know if you guys will put this in there, but don't put this in there. But he's like because I like to tell all the truths and stuff.
Yeah. Well, you could if. I know you already name dropped, but you want to tell a story that you don't like want, that person to be known. You could just say like so and so.
Yeah, I got you.
Blah blah blah.
I mean, it's not really shade or nothing like that, but it's just like
his business, and you want to be like.
He's very busy. He's a very nice dude though, very very respectable. He had never had problems with him. Just like you can tell the difference between like who's really passionate about it and it's just a job. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So when I met Choka, he really like helped me out on my sound. It really helped me find that stuff. But I can go even a step back further. I used to be in a little group called what's it called? ODN.
Called T.A.M.E the Boys?
Nah. T.A.M.E the Boys. That'll be some funny shit. T.A.M.E the Boys. But like I had a little group called ODN. I made it in high school. Like just fucking around and stuff. And then I don't know if you know Rodney Farley.
That name sounds familiar.
That's Michael Farley's little brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Michael Farley. Yeah. I was
So,
like, Farley sounds familiar.
Yeah, so he's really good at rapping. I mean, really talented. Like he's better than me, and it's like just like his like it's so natural. Like he was born with the gift.
Yeah.
Mine is more like I like practice. I put
yeah.
work into it. Like it took some time, but I'm really good at hearing stuff. Like I'm really good at like what sounds good and what doesn't sound good. But we had a group and stuff, and then you had a stupid fallout for some reason on their end. Like it is what it is. But shit happens for a reason. Yeah. Like if it wasn't for that fallout, I wouldn't be who I am right now with how my music is.
Yeah, you wouldn't be. You might not even be doing independent stuff. You might.
Yeah, and the group stuff. Group stuff is totally different between really focusing on your own self because the growth was really real. It's only been like a year. So I've been really like me and Choka. He's really good. He has like great credentials too. He's worked with Lil Wayne because he's intern at this big old multi-million-dollar studio
like
in the Bay.
Or something.
Kinda. It's
like Power City.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Peter got ghosted. It's not even 3 a.m.
I was like,
man. There's some spirits in you.
That's never happened before. I was like, what the heck?
Oh no.
Whatever he's saying, the ghost he preaching.
Choka hears you or something.
Man.
His ears are ringing.
Man, but what was it say? So
Yeah, so he's working at a big Hollywood.
He's working at a big it's just a good studio, great equipment and stuff. And he worked with Lil Wayne on on 2 of his mixtapes. It was like Dedication 4 or 5. So like, he showed me pictures and everything, but you could just tell by like his quality of work, like he makes everything just sound so buttery. Just
like he puts his heart into it every time.
Yeah, just like you can just tell someone's passionate about it. Like, and me and him, we just created a bond where we were just really just working. Like, he makes beats too, so I get on his stuff too, and we just be cooking up stuff. But yeah, I've always had a love for music though. Music is dope. I feel like music is one thing about music. I feel like people, even it's rap or just pop or R&B or alternative, just express yourself to a way where like you ain't mimicking nothing, you just being you. Like, that's the way you show your stuff. Because I won't knock anybody. Like if you showing your stuff and this is what you bring to the table, okay, cool. Yeah. But if you copying stuff, I don't say nothing. I just be like, alright.
That's kind of whack, in a way. Like just be you, because no one can be you. So you're gonna be unique and you're gonna have your own sound. And you could even, why copy somebody when if you be yourself, you can really pop off because no one's like doing that.
Well, I know, personally, I'm more drawn to, like, organic. And I say it's organic because, like you said, like, you're just copying someone. But, like, if you really, like, that's original, that was your own idea. Like, I was talking to, I'm not going to name drop her because, I don't know, she's working on it. But one of my friends, she got in contact with me because, obviously I'm doing the podcast and she wanted to start her own podcast. And she had an idea about... I don't even want to like drop what her idea is, just in case like someone, because I don't want anyone to steal it.
Yeah.
Because she said she was trying to go to like networks and like
What, kind of like Spotify and them?
And not just Spotify, but like the companies that get you into those places, like networkers, and she was pitching that as an idea, and they're like, oh yeah, I don't know if that could be $1 million idea, or like, oh that's a good idea, but we don't know if it's gonna sell. And when she told me, I was like, that's a great idea. I was like, screw network, like be as organic, get as much organic following as you can. Like with this, I don't, I don't want to advertise this. I want, not yet. Of course, I want it to get big, but you got to build your foundation.
No, exactly. That is the best thing. Like, see, what I would have told her too is like, don't think about the money. Like don't think about that first. You got to do this stuff or this shit like for you and your passion for it. Like that. At the end of the day, that stuff is gonna come back. You build a great foundation, like fan base. You're gonna be good.
And I feel like if you do it for the money, it's just like if you're not making that money, you're not gonna be in love with it anymore.
You're not.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I need this money.
I mean, technically, she wasn't in love with it even before. Cause
you're thinking about money. Right. Yeah. Money can dilute a lot of stuff. That's why I don't.
You gotta invest in yourself. Like this music stuff is very expensive. That is not cheap. Like, it's a real investment.
Yeah. And not to knock her, I mean, like, I'm glad she came to people for advice first before she just jumped into networking. And I was like, you have a great idea. Like, if you just started it yourself, I was like, it'll catch traction.
Right,
like, and then, once you have, like, hey, I got all this, how about, now I get to pick who I want to go to instead of, like, me trying to find someone to take me. Because that's basically what she was doing. She was, like, going to different networks, and I was like, hey, this is my idea, what do you think? And it was like,
they could even
they kept denying, and that's
rip off her stuff and be like, sorry.
I was like, don't even go to network, don't even get the idea.
Yeah, that would be hot too.
That's that's why I didn't want to say like what the idea
but
was.
But it was right,
because I don't know if like this is gonna drop before she's done with that.
Well, whoever she is,
get
your paper and do what you do and write it out, because whatever the idea is, if Peter's talking about it, it's gonna be.
I'm excited.
It's real.
I'm gonna be on it, so like I'm gonna be one of the guests or something there on what it is, and I'm getting giddy just thinking about it.
See, so just write it out.
He said I'm getting giddy.
Yeah, no,
right.
She was telling me, I was like, that's a, because I mean I love this. I love podcasting. I love like, because like a lot of podcasts nowadays are very niched. They like about one specific thing, like true crimes or sciences or history. It's just one topic, and I like that. And Apartment 40 is not that. We're very, very broad.
It definitely reminds me of kind of like because I be watching some. The only podcast I really watch is the freaking Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah.
I like his podcast because like it's different. They talk about all different type of shit and it be fun and shit.
And that's what I mean.
But it's they talk shit, then it's educational too, and then it's just like it varies, but it's cool.
And that's what I was going. I wanted it to be. I mean, not just like Joe Rogan.
Oh, I think
that'd be
kind of stopped it.
Oh, you're good, sweet.
Yeah.
Audio.
Okay, yeah, it stopped again.
Well,
You gotta get a MacBook, Pete.
I gotta get an actual, cause, so, I guess since we'll see that the audio messed up, but,
Yeah.
so, I recently got my Wi-Fi updated, cause I thought I had the 1,000 megabits one, but I only had the 300 one.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, and it was taking like a whole day to upload like that camera, that camera, the iPhone, to upload it was taking like 2 days, cause it would constantly fail. It's like,
Yeah.
too big, not enough. And I'm like, what? Why is this taking so slow? I have 1,000. What the hell? So I contacted Xfinity and they're like, hey, you only got 300. What? And I'm paying like $85 for 300 megabits, and I'm over here like
That's
struggling.
crazy.
Wow.
All I need to do is pay $10 more, and I got 1,000 up and 1,000 down, and
That's like the same shit on freaking Verizon. They're trying to get me to. Well, I wanted to go down because I don't be using my phone as much like that. But it's like right now it's like $80, and then the difference is $70.
yeah.
Might as well stay unlimited.
Yeah, and if you go over, they start
Oh yeah, for surely.
It's
Taxing-
$15
taxing
like
that
a
ass.
gig.
They
Yeah.
want that. They want their paper. For
Get
sure.
that money.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I was saying with the Joe Rogan podcast, just to like loop it back around, was the ability to go from like educational to serious to on some episodes it's like straight up conspiracy theory, like,
Right.
and it's fun. It's fun
Yeah.
just to have that thought experiment. Some people go along with it. Some people are like,
You're
that's
bullshit.
that's bull. But it's still fun to be able to have all those people on, and that's kind of what I wanted Apartment 40 to be. Not just like Joe Rogan's, and
Oh yeah,
obviously,
surely, yeah.
obviously there's like a format you gotta follow, and it's gonna look similar, but
Mm-hmm.
but just the ability to be able to have whoever I want on about whatever topic.
And with that, you can get different people to tune in with you. Because if you like are just true crime murder, there's people that don't want to sit and listen to talk about murders.
Yeah.
Then there's like, oh, well, this one seems like something I'm into. Click. Oh, I really like him. This is cool. And then, oh, I heard you were talking about this mental awareness stuff. Well, he just had somebody on there. You should listen to it.
Yeah.
You would like that.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably better, just to keep it open, so then you're not stuck searching for topics about the same
Yeah,
thing.
there's only so many topics
Murder
on
stories you can
exactly.
talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's cool.
Surely. Speaking of that stuff, I just been watching hella like BuzzFeed unsolved like mysteries, murders and stuff. I've been watching hella.
But
that.
they're like YouTube.
Yeah, on the
BuzzFeed?
YouTube.
Yeah. I was like, what channel is BuzzFeed on?
I know it, but I only know it because of Facebook. Like and I noticed, like, I thought they just did like cooking stuff.
They do.
No, they do
everything.
Like,
because my BuzzFeed is a lot of like the top 10 lists. Like I watch a lot of like BuzzFeed's top 10s or like it's not BuzzFeed, but I like Watch Mojo.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, Watch Mojo. I used to watch Mojo.
That's another channel I really like watching. Just
I used to watch that.
But they post anything and everything. They'll make a list about freaking top 10 toilet paper to wipe your ass. It's everything. I'm like, all right, man. I don't know who's searching that.
That's a good quality right here.
Yeah.
Might as well get a good review in.
Man.
Yeah, that's hella funny.
Do you produce too, or do you just write your own music?
No, I don't produce. I just write my own music. I haven't really got into that spectrum yet.
Mm-hmm.
I think about it though. Like speaking like what we were talking about on the videos. You said
Final Cut Pro.
Final Cut Pro.
Yeah.
I don't really know hella like programs like that besides like Pro Tools and like FL Studio. But Pro Tools is like the main one that artists use to record and stuff. It has like everything, and then they have like you can add extra plugins and stuff, and but that's just expensive. Just to add on stuff that makes vocals way different, better effects and stuff. But no, I haven't really gotten into the thing of producing and stuff because I mean I could, but it's more of like
So I was gonna say it's like that additional workload that.
It's more of like it's like how can I explain this? For example, like for instance, like Kendrick Lamar, for instance, right? Obviously, I'm not on his level, but I'm just saying what he's doing. He perfected everything he is as an artist. Now he's being like more of a producer. Like he's helping produce.
So you like want to focus on like one thing at a time.
Yeah,
you want to perfect this craft before you start
before
at the next one. Totally get it. Yeah.
But it is dope to like as an artist because I was saying like just studio stuff is hella expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean it's not as expensive out here. Like I just went to Atlanta recently to do some networking and stuff, and over there the studios are like $400 just for required. You had to get 4 hours, so it's $400 for a block period. So
now what is that in for people that aren't studio savvy? What is how is
so
that
so like compared to like okay, I go to the press, right?
You're in Stockton.
In Stockton, so they're depending on the audio engineer, because basically they're like they're kind of like barbers in a way. Like they have their own little rates and stuff, depending like how good they are, you know, how much they see their own worth and stuff.
They're like a freelance commission.
Basically, yeah. So they set their time so they can have it at $50 an hour or $100 an hour, depending on what they want. And in Stockton, it's like $50 an hour. The most is $60 an hour. And then over there, so if I pay, usually when I go, I only go for 2 hours, just for one song. Because that's how I get myself, like, really crisp and buttery. Like, you gotta, it takes time, like a mix.
To get all your mistakes in.
Yeah, well, it's like more of like the mixing. Like, the mixing is very important. Very important. That stuff is vital. The mix is, you can have a good song, and the mix is bad, it's gonna ruin the song. It won't bring it to the level it's supposed to be at. But over there in Atlanta, it's so I go for 2 hours. That's $100. Over there in Atlanta, it's 2 hours. You go for 4 hours. I lied. 2 hours is $400 over there.
Damn.
Yeah. And it's required to get a block, like so. It's for 4 hours. It's expensive.
So it'd be either you gotta be really good at what you do, so you have the money to do it, or you gotta go in there as a team.
Kinda. I mean, if you have like people that really believe in you, want to invest and stuff, so you know. But I mean, at the press is really dope over there. It's not that bad. It's very, but you know, people you're paying into it. Like a lot of people over here, like say in the valley, like they record their own stuff. You know, they have their own
their own microphones, their own
microphone and stuff and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, that's cool and everything, but me as like how I take myself is like, even if I were to mix my own stuff and get it to where I want, I would still send it out to get mixed. Okay. By a real like audio engineer who can really do
fine tooth comb it.
Really, really get it just.
That's it. If you're gonna put out a product, why not make it like
the best you can, right?
Yeah.
And then that's the thing though. That's just a mix, and then you got to go to the mastering of it. There's hella components. So like the mastering is very important. Mastering is like putting the final wax on and the final finish.
That polish.
So like when they say like they own their own masters, what does that mean?
Oh, their own master stuff. So you have your publishing, then you have your mastering. So your publishing is just like the component of the song. So I was just gonna say that too when you guys talk about the copywriting stuff. So in music, are you saying someone's gonna steal her?
Oh yeah, her idea.
Idea. So in music, we have there's a copyright like stuff where you're protected automatically. If you wrote your lyrics, recorded and stuff, you're automatically safe. You don't need without filing it. Yeah. But I mean, it's cool to file it just because like if they go to court, like it's automatically win.
Right.
You don't really gotta bring up all this evidence and shit like that. But so the publishing is more of just like the writing component, like when you record it and stuff. The mastering is where like the song is released, like who owns the whole entirety of the song.
Oh, okay.
So record labels like if like independent artists, say like Brent Fayez, he's independent, or like Wiz Khalifa, he was independent, but we'll go Brent Fayez. They own all their stuff. They're mastering.
So he makes all the money he makes up that he gets.
Yeah, he gets that
nobody.
With his team, like you know.
Well, he gets to decide who he splits it with.
Basically, yeah. So you gotta agree, like you know, who made the beat. So you pay everything up front. Like record labels, they basically when people sign, they give up their masters, and
you're basically
everything.
Working for the record company.
Yeah, basically. So they can pick and choose when you release stuff. They can pick and choose if you're doing this, you're doing that, and you don't own anything. They'll give you a cash advance up front. Say like, I don't know, $50,000. They get that. Then you won't make your money back, say on streaming and stuff, until they recoup all that money that
they've
gave
already
you.
forked out.
So
it's like a credit card company.
Basically, yeah. So they get that, the $50 in advance, but then it goes even more like the recording and stuff, the studio time, the music videos. Mainly artists, they get their money from like touring and stuff. But
the ticket sales and stuff.
Yeah, ticket sales, merchandise, merch. Interviews after. I guess you get paid to be on their stuff for and stuff. But yeah, they that was actually a good question because a lot of people don't know that stuff. Like,
because I seen when King Von died, they're like, oh, he owned his own master, so now his kids will get what he makes off that.
Yeah, they own it.
So I was like, what the hell does that mean? Like,
it's the same thing with like what's his name, Nipsey Hussle. I be slurring my words sometimes, but he owned everything. Everything. He wasn't signed no label. It's better to be independent because you own everything, but it's more of a grind. Like you got to do everything. Yeah,
you really got to invest in yourself if you're gonna be independent. Do you want to stay independent, or would you?
Oh yeah, I would. I want to stay independent. It would only have to be like, if I would ever sign a deal, it had to be like, the deal had to be really great. Like it has to be where I still own my masters. Basically, we would be 50-50.
Okay, yeah.
In a way, but nah, I wouldn't want to be signed. Even though they make it seem like it's a glorified thing, like, oh, you fucking made it.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
Star.
When you said they give you that like cash advance, I guess like, all right, I'm gonna give you $50,000 for this song.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know if that song could be making like $5 million, and you
right?
Oh yeah, for surely. Yeah, the $50,000 is just for the upfront, the whole contract, not even a song.
Oh, that's just like anything, like
you
just being here, anything you record here.
Yeah, depending. Yeah, they own them. Like they own it. They can't break out the deal unless like you go through a lawsuit and stuff.
So what would make an artist, and not bashing on artists that do it that way, but like, what do you think would make an artist want to go that route instead of doing it independent and owning all of their stuff?
Just because like they've never seen that much money, and it's like the work too. Like some people, sometimes it's just like it's quick, like kind of like YG. Like YG was just complaining about how he doesn't make hella money off of shit because he doesn't own his masters. He only gets off what he signed for his deal, unless they redid a deal. But he was just complaining about it.
That's crazy.
It's a big artist too.
You're right.
So,
could you imagine like being YG and not having bankroll? Like I'd be.
No, it's hella important. Like there's hella. I watch hella videos on all different types of. Like it's really dope to know this shit. Like the best artist that's really done it independently is Russ.
Does he sing Why? That song Why?
No, he sings that one song. She's falling, but she doesn't think I'll catch her.
Okay, yeah, I think he does sing a song called Why.
I haven't heard that song.
He's
dope though.
He's dope. Like he gets a lot of
ridicule. What is that about? I see on Twitter like they bash him all the time.
They bash him just because like they think that he's arrogant and shit like that. Which don't get me wrong. At first, I was like, man, maybe his asshole. But then I started really learning about like the shit. But yeah, it's every fucking right if he wants to be arrogant.
Right.
You can be humble and still be arrogant at the same time. But he's literally put in work. Like, before he even got blew up or anything, he dropped 11 tapes.
Dang.
11.
That's so much work. Because hearing just how much work goes into one song.
And the thing about it is that
tapes is like, whoa.
And he, it was just him and his boy. They produced it. They mixed and mastered. He does everything. Everything by himself.
That's tight.
Besides him and his boy just, like, helping out on the beat and shit. I definitely know he gets his cut because they're strictly independent, but he didn't blow up until like he shot a video. He drove all the way down to I think it was Florida or something like that. Someone DM'd him on Instagram and were like, "Yeah, man, like I really love your shit. I'll shoot your video for free." He shot it. I forgot what song it was, but it was like it's like his big one that got him up. But simple video, blew up, and then the reason why he didn't sign, he had such a great foundation to catalog real fans, real foundation. So before he got in contact with a great manager and he wanted to get in contact with a great like booking agent so he can tour like around building and shit, because that's what really spreads the foundation. Even J. Cole did it before he came out with his single for like what's it called, Workout. Yeah, so he did a lot of touring with Jay-Z and stuff, just building a foundation.
Just to get attention.
Because at that time labels didn't think that they didn't believe in they didn't know like how to spread or grow an artist without a radio hit.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's like another way of like organically getting your following, just going out there.
Because the foundation's always gonna be there, like you
jumping up.
You have great fans. They're gonna be waiting for you to drop music. But he dropped a song every day. Wrestling Rusty, he dropped a song every day.
Just to get
that's fucking crazy.
That's something I learned, especially doing this, is that like consistency is like something that's gonna get the most attention. If people can come to expect something, then they'll want to keep tuning in each time. Like that's why I've been so religious about trying to drop this podcast every Saturday. It's this way.
No, bro, that's really dope because you're dropping consistent content. Dropping content consistently is gonna build it organically. Like it's gonna feel sometimes where it's like, man, like I'm anticipating like better numbers, right? But
Time out real quick.
Oh yeah.
I don't mean to cut you off.
You
I'm gonna give this cat some CBD oil so it knocks him out.
good.
It's just him. It's just my little one. He's.
Oh, it's all good.
So
it's a boy?
Yeah, I got two
okay.
boys.
He over there fiending to get out. I seen his little claws.
Yeah, no, they fucked up my carpet right. Well, it's just him. It's just him.
That all settled. And I do spray paint art, and I was just thinking about that when you were talking about consistency, because like, I'll get on a kick and I'm like pumping out art pieces, and I'm having a great time, and then I'll like fizzle out. And I'm having a hard time finding that consistency to keep going. So it's just like, dang. But I've been really thinking about that lately, like resetting up my stuff outside and getting back into my spray paint stuff.
Yeah, you should.
I definitely should, and I'm totally lagging on my friend. She bought a piece for me, and I was like, hey, I'm moving. I'll get it to you when I move. She's like, don't worry about it. Take your time. Like, I don't care. So now I'm definitely gonna like pump out 3 pieces for her, because she actually paid for my piece, which that was like the most exciting thing I've ever felt in my life. Like I never thought anyone would buy it. My spray paint art. Yeah, I never thought anyone would buy it, and I had so many people like when I made my Reckless Rican page. So many people hit me up. I was like, I want to buy one. How much are they? And I was like, I only sell them for like $5-10. And they're like, oh, that's hella dope. Give me 2. And I'm like, what? Like, no way. And my husband's barber's wife hit me up about it, and I made her like one the size of like half your wall.
Holy shit.
And I made it glow in the dark. It was for her daughter, for her bedroom. And she like paid me hella for it. And I was just like, gonna give it to her for free, like, because I care about her. So I'm like, here, go ahead, I don't care. And she paid me, and I was like, came home so juiced. I was like, dude, I just made so much money on this piece.
Great.
Like, what? So I really want to get back on that. But it's cold outside, so I have a hard time spray painting when it's freezing.
Does that affect the paint in any way?
Yes, it makes it dry so much slower. Because usually, like, summertime is when I bust them out, because it dries, like, instantly. So I'm, like, hitting it, and it's done. I leave it in the house to dry overnight just to be safe, and then it's good. But now when it's cold, it takes forever. And I'm just like, I'm not into this. And with every, like, stuff in my house, I'm really OCD about how it looks. I want it to look like a magazine at all times. No signs of living in this house.
Like a catalog.
Yeah, so it's hard to do that when I have art pieces everywhere. But I'm definitely, now that I'm, like, thinking about it, I'm probably going to bust them out this weekend, because I feel guilty inside.
Do it.
I got to do one for Apartment 40 so he can
throw it up.
I'll throw it up.
Yeah.
For sure. Maybe, like, on that one. Because I tried having the other copy of that.
Yeah.
But I think I'm just gonna have one up at a time, because
But that show goes crazy.
We can talk about it. We'll talk about it. But I tried hanging up on that, and it's just so hard to get something to stick to that brick.
You can't just nail it?
Well, no.
Holy shit.
Because I
Yeah.
can't. Brick. Yeah, I was like, one, it's brick. 2, it's not my bricks.
Oh my god.
Hey, I don't hang up nothing in my house, okay? My husband is handyman.
Yeah,
That's what his
respect.
nickname is. So I don't do anything.
Yeah.
So don't laugh at me.
Sounds like
There's a
No, you're
little
good.
bit of tape still up there you can see. Like,
Yeah.
I taped it, but it fell down like.
I think
last
they
month,
have,
so-
like-
Why don't you try some duct tape?
That's ghetto.
I'll try.
That's
I don't
ghetto.
know. Because it's
Try
white.
to hide it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because the background's white, and so I had to use clear tapes this way. You can't see like a big old
Piece of
like
tape.
gray
Yeah.
thing coming out, because it won't do the like when you make your own double-sided tape.
Yeah.
It doesn't do that. It like that nothing's sticking to that. So what I have to do is like create an extension and then tape that extension and then tape.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of work.
It was rough and it still
Yeah.
fell. So I'm like, well, I gotta figure out something to do.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like I was telling you, I'm proud of you, because like I love when you invite me like after a few shows, because I come in and I see different stuff. It's like,
It is.
he's really like
I
getting
love
it together. Like that's
taking
super
it
cool.
seriously.
I
Yeah.
think I was talking
Investing.
to Dave about it in the last episode. Just seeing, how far it's come from, sitting on the brown couch in my living room to now having these, and especially like when I first got these, like, Sammi was here for the first episode when I got these, and they were just like wood. The camera was like hella far back, and then on top of it, we were trying to do our first Zoom episode, and they're like, it was just way too much for one take. And so,
Gotcha.
yeah, each time it's just something a little bit different, like either a new piece of artwork and this is like what I'm focusing on, just trying to get something on here, because when it's just blank, it's so like distracting. It's just so much space,
Yeah.
and I can't zoom in, or edit the angles enough
Yeah.
to where I get rid of the space, but if I'm that close, then
You're all up
you
in
look,
someone's
yeah,
grill.
you look fuzzy, and it's like, why I said, like, you recording off like a 1970s freaking. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Christmas, I should be getting better cameras on Christmas.
Nah, bro. Honestly, bro, this is a real dope setup. Very professional.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Like,
I think it's
like
cool.
I see you working, bro.
I'm
like,
trying.
yeah.
I'm really
You
trying to
getting it,
hustle with
for
this.
sure.
You definitely deserve your praises.
I had
dope.
I had my first and I don't want to say like fandom because I don't want to sound conceited. And I want to be very humble about it.
Yeah.
But I was at my buddy's going away party, and cause he's going to LA for work. And he's probably gonna stay down there, and so we're like, oh, we're never gonna see our dude again.
Right.
So he's having a going away party, and while I was there was this guy, and I'm sorry, I forgot his name again. He's gonna be like, man, I watch all your stuff. You forgot my name again. But he's like, Peter, you're from Apartment 40, right? And I'm like, yeah. Yes I am.
Yes, I am.
I am from Apartment 40. So I was all hyped up, and then my friend, when she called me about the podcast thing, she was saying like, yeah, my mom was like, do you know Peter Rocha has a podcast and he's doing great, he's so sweet on it, blah blah blah. I'm like, all right, cool, getting some recognition.
Yeah,
and it gives me that little bit of boost where it's like, all right, at least, because you know, creating it, I could see like the stats, like on YouTube, I could see like how long people are watching, where people stop watching, how many views I get, and usually like Thursday and Fridays, it just starts dying down, you know, to where I'm getting like maybe 1 view, 2 views, and I'm like,
it's the growth.
It's
the growth.
It's just
you gotta ride it out. It's the journey.
Yeah, but then usually Saturdays come and the
It's
video drops.
Everyone's on it.
So it's
Yeah.
better, yeah.
Comes back up.
You just gotta keep going at it because it's dropping. That's the reason. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I have like hella music. I have
just
like
in the weights, just waiting.
Yeah, just in the boat. Like, I can drop a song every day. Kind of just how Russ did it. I can do damn near the same thing. I'm just consistently writing and creating all the time.
So I wanted to get. We're gonna shift gears because I wanted to talk to you about your other stuff that you're doing that's not just music. And you were in the music video to Too Much Part 2.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I got 2 things on that. One,
yeah.
Where did the part 2 come from? Just because I was searching through your Spotify, I was searching through YouTube. I'm like, where's part 1? I'm missing. I'm missing part 1. And then finally, I was like, it's probably just like the name of it. It's probably just not supposed to be a part 1. But
he got people to look through his music to find.
All right, let's take just that one song because I know that's a big thing in a lot of your songs that your title to that song has nothing to do with the. And not that it has nothing to do, but it's a very like symbolic or like.
It's a deep song.
It's a deep title to that song. So
trust me. We can definitely go into depth.
Let's dissect Too Much because I don't want to talk
about
every one of your songs.
Oh yeah, trust me. Too much. Here we go. Too much.
Yeah.
So.
And then check out the video, you guys. It's a great video.
Yeah, it's shot by my friend Maya Gonzalez. She's really dope. Hella dope. Like hella cool person. She actually goes to school for film.
Okay.
She just got accepted to what's it called, UCLA. So and then she makes like documentaries and stuff. But I met her through the little shows they used to have, stuff like that. And I met her and I was like, she was like, you know, man, I wanna shoot some of your videos, whoop-de-whoop. And I'm like, all right, I'll think about it and stuff like that. Because I have no videos out, none. And I wanted mine to be really different and really sell the emotions. So I was like, you know what? I got an idea. Let's do this. And we really, she put in work. But there is a part 1 to Too Much Part 2.
Oh, you just ain't dropped it.
It's not out yet.
Is it like Star Wars where 4, 5, and 6 came out and then you get 1, 2, and 3?
Kinda. Something like that.
And then in 5 years we had to go back and listen to them in order.
Yeah.
So that's what he was trying to say.
So basically, so Too Much Part 2 would be like the after effect of Too Much Part 1 or Too Much. Too Much is a slapper too.
So Too Much is already written. And
bro, Too Much was
2.
Originally already made. It was recorded. It's recorded everything.
And you made part 2 and you're like, we're gonna.
Yeah, so I made Too Much Part 2. So this is like in the beginning of quarantine, or this is right before quarantine.
Like January or.
Yeah, so this is late January. Some shit happened. Basically, I got put in the sunken place. I got my heart broke.
Yeah, it happens.
So it happens.
That's all us players out here.
What's that song? Everybody plays a fool sometimes.
Yeah.
It happens.
Exactly.
It happens.
Then you gotta get on your Return of the Mac, and it's all good.
Oh yeah, trust me, we are rolling. Yes.
All good.
Man, but so anyways, I was really going through it, and then I was at work and stuff, and then I just found this beat, which I mean I go to the same producer, and I was like, man, this beat is really like hitting me. So I wrote the song. I made the whole song in a day. Too Much Part 2.
Really?
I recorded it the same day too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those are usually the hitters. Those are usually the hitters, and they're like.
Wow.
It was my first one where I was like kind of melodic, like on the chorus and stuff, because I'm still trying to teach myself how to like sing a little bit or just have a melodic ring to like the choruses and the verses.
Not as much like hardcore rapping, just like.
Just like it kind of like how like Drake is or like J. Cole, like they don't really like. I mean Drake sings more than J. Cole, but it's melodic. Like there's a tone to it. Mm-hmm. Like it doesn't sound bad. Sounds cool, and it depends how you layer it and stuff. Like in Too Much Part 2, how we layered it was like really dope. Like we really put like some emotion and stuff. But anyways, so that song I was really going through it and made that shit in a day. The next day when I listen to it, it takes me a minute to like really recognize like the song if it's really good or not. Mm-hmm. So next day I'm listening to it, I'm like, text Choco, I was like, bro, this is the one. This is a cool little vibe. Has a nice vibe to it, and he said the same thing too. And we touched it up and stuff, and then during that quarantine, like the studio closed, everything closed. Mm-hmm. I couldn't record anything, so it really fucked with me. Oh yeah, because that's how I get. That's how I do it. So I like to write and stuff. Like
that's your way of venting.
Yeah. I like to. I listen to it and stuff, and it makes me a little better and shit. But yeah, Too Much Too Much Part 2 was from a broken heart. Too Much Part 1, it's a different vibe. Like it has like it's more of me like I'm spitting. I'm just telling like what happened. Mm. Too Much Part 2 is more of like why it happened.
The aftermath.
Yeah.
That's
like,
kind of cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
And that's weird how it worked out. Like you just happened to make Too Much, and then that happened. You're like, oh, that's got to go first then.
Yeah. So, did you make Too Much a part of your breakup as well? Like that happened?
Yeah. So okay. I'm very quick with it. Like when this shit happened like a day after my birthday in January. So then shit happened. And then
I wrote the song the next day.
Like damn near like it was like. I would say honestly, it was like yeah. It was honestly not a lie. I didn't even make it like a week even after, like, cause I was still trying to think like maybe she's just going through whatever and she needs time and shit.
Yeah.
So when I did make it, I made it a week before. Like I did send her the song, Too Much Part 1. So yeah. So
it's a real quick one.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't like a diss song or nothing like that. It's more of just like it's dope. I got my boy R&B Red on there. Shout out to my boy Red. If it ain't red, shit, it ain't red. But he goes crazy. He goes crazy. But he's on that song too, and I made that song. I made it like 2 weeks after. 2 weeks after. But it was very fluent, and there's 2 different beats on it. So in the end, so you kind of do hear. I don't know if you watched the whole entire video.
I've seen the full video. I've listened to the music, and I know where you're talking about how like at the very end.
Yeah, it's a different beat. Right?
It's like basically a different song. I was like.
So the crazy thing about it is like even on Too Much, that's not even the first beat. That's the second beat. On Too Much Part 1.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. See, now I gotta go home and watch the video. I didn't know there was no damn video. Peter, you didn't?
No, I sent him your Spotify. I was like, he does music.
Mm-hmm.
I would suggest listening to his music.
So the YouTube, the video is only on Maya stuff.
Yeah.
We're both building our foundation and stuff. So it's like, we gotta have one spot where the videos are at. So it's right there. Like, it's a dope video. It's a dope concept. Like, we really...
And we'll leave the link in the description to, like, her channel so you guys can watch the video.
Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, that was some real shit to shoot, though. That was, like... It took... We started, like mine's really dope. Like, we had to make a storyboard, like, really, like, detailing, like, what I'm shooting that day.
That's really how... I was talking to Lorenzo, right?
Mm-hmm.
My Enzo Moon, my guy that... He was on, like, episode 2, but he's also, like, my audio guy.
Oh, okay, okay, got you, yeah.
He's a producer, he raps, he makes music.
Mm-hmm.
But he wanted to do a music video, and I was like, alright, well, I'm trying to practice more than just podcasting. I really like filming. I want to get my filming going. Because I'm going to make other videos on YouTube. There's not just me, the podcast, there's be other stuff.
You have like the Eminem reacts and stuff
yeah,
too.
That one we need to get back on, but being up there makes it really difficult. But he was saying like, I want to do a music video. I was like, alright, well, I want to, let me help you. I was like, we could storyboard, we could do this. He's like, what's the storyboard? And I'm like, Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
See?
So you don't even know.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
we start
Yeah.
scratch.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, and it's crazy how important those steps are because it's like
very important.
It reminds me a lot of when you were in or when we're in like English, like in high school, how they make you do like the thought bubbles and you gotta
The
do
outline.
like your outline, and then you gotta do your first draft, your second draft, and then,
Yeah.
And so I'm like, that's storyboarding. That's your first take. That's your script. Those are all your drafts to your video.
Yeah, it definitely took some time for us to brainstorm and everything. Have my plan out the storyboards and stuff. I do it like my ideas and stuff too, but she did most of the work, like putting her vision onto the video. Because obviously she had to listen to the song like hell of times to really get it and sell it.
Most of the the visuals you see, how they're being shown, like that's mostly her work.
Yeah, that's mostly like her stuff. I mean, obviously I told her the story of like how I wanted and stuff, and like what specific scenes to have in there. But that was all her, like the way she shot it, all the angles and stuff. Even on a storyboard, like you can plan out like okay, we're gonna do this in that shot, but you gotta plan out like okay,
how are you showing it?
Like how are we shooting it in that angle?
Yeah.
All different type of stuff. Really get in the even on the edits and stuff. Like it took some time. Like when we first storyboard was like in late April, so this is like still like early quarantine, and then we didn't meet up until like late May to start shooting.
Oh wow. That's
And then we didn't finish until like shooting till like early August maybe.
I was gonna say like what, August, because that
August,
video dropped like mid-October.
Yeah. Oh no, it was end of October.
Oh okay.
Yeah, it was on the 30th.
Oh, so this is super recent, so I'm not too far behind.
Oh no, you're not. No.
Okay.
A lot of this stuff, because
Yeah.
that was the hard part, was that like me trying to find your stuff was that like there just wasn't enough out there, and then recently a lot, you've been dropping a lot. I think either yesterday or the day before.
Oh yeah,
you dropped
day before. Yeah.
I haven't listened to it yet. I haven't had
okay.
a chance to.
Definitely check it out. That one's cool. That one's it's a vibe.
Which one's like your favorite out of like all the songs that you have in the vault or that you've dropped?
Yeah.
Like your one go-to, like you had one chance to put it on the radio.
Like you get one song to pick. What?
I'd like to be for the best opportunity for the radio.
Yeah.
Oh, I put Fiend out.
What's
Fiend is on a whole different level. Fiend is nothing but heartbreaking. Fiend is like, it's like a. I mean, I can show you guys later.
Drop the link
below.
No.
Drop the link below.
It's in the vault?
No, it's in the vault. I can
Oh,
show you.
okay.
What you meant out already?
No, if in your vault, whatever, like.
Okay, yeah.
your one,
Fiend is dope. Fiend is like, Fiend goes crazy.
So when's the vault open? When are we gonna get?
Right.
I don't know. It
EPs,
depends.
these,
It depends.
What's your like plan? Like what do you waiting for?
Well, my plan is like I can drop singles consistently. Like that's my game plan. Like I can even drop a tape. I could drop 3 tapes right now if I really wanted to. But that's not the smart thing, because I gotta build my foundation. But not everyone's gonna listen to the tape and stuff like that. They don't care about one song. So one song is a good approach. Just constantly dropping. But the plan is, since everything's fucking locked down, it's not really
ain't gonna get locked
like
down
right now.
again.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
exactly. So like my plan is right now we're gonna shoot another video to my song Pressure. Pressure's really dope. That's one of my favorites.
Is that out yet?
No.
Okay.
Oh
That's
my
not-
god,
so
you're killing me.
Basically, nothing's out yet. You guys can pick like from like 3 songs.
Yeah. I mean, I got some songs there. I got Shade Room. Shade Room's out. Shade Room's.
I listened to that one. I like that one.
Yeah, you like that one?
one
Yeah.
was cool.
Thank you.
I'm a big fan of the Shade Room, so I was like,
Okay,
ooh, Shade Room.
Yeah.
And it was nothing like the Shade Room that.
Yeah, it was more
gossip,
like
but
it
was
was more.
cool.
It was more about getting a woman to cheat.
Woo.
Yeah.
Steep.
Yeah, that was the whole concept. That you gotta really like pay attention to what I'm
Season
like,
make
really
me go
saying.
back and listen to it again.
That's what I was saying. Like all
yeah.
of his songs, like because I was listening to. That's the other thing, is like I'm listening when I'm at work, so I'm not.
Right.
Picking up
I was
everything.
cleaning
I
as
was
I
like,
had it
yeah.
on.
Like,
So
alright,
now I'm gonna
I
be
hear, like, a
like,
lyric or two.
focused.
Yeah,
like-
so if you really pay attention to what we're talking about, like even Red's part, like he even said some stuff where it's like, yeah, it's about cheating. Like that's the reason why he called it Shade Room, because it's all like bad shit, basically gossip.
That's cool.
And
How
know,
did
cheating is.
How did you? I don't mean to cut you off.
Oh yeah, you
my
good,
bad,
bro.
AT.
Yeah, you
But
good.
how did you? Because I'm pretty sure I heard it, but
Right.
it's not coming to mind.
So
How
I'm the
did you
same. So
interpret
with
it?
me, with music, my first go-to is like I'm listening to the beat. If is it gonna like make me wanna
Does it move me?
move me?
Yeah.
Is it gonna make me stop and be like, hold up, let me hear what he's saying, because this beat is fire. So I really just liked the beat, and I liked the sound of your voice. Like the way you say stuff.
His rhythm.
It's kind of like a Drake vibe or a Brent Fuentes vibe. And I'm a big Brent Fuentes. I don't know if I'm butchering his name, but I'm a big fan of him. So listening to that, hearing that on the first take, I was like, okay, this is kind of soothing. Like, this is cool. So I was cleaning the house, and I was like, that's why I remembered that song. Because the title just stuck out. And then I remember your cover art was like red.
Yeah.
So it really, I was like, okay, so this is either gonna be really nasty, or this is gonna be like some
it wasn't,
really
it
cool.
It wasn't.
And it wasn't nasty, so it wasn't like nothing like, whoa, did he just say that? But yeah,
it's
was
more
a good
like
song.
smooth. It's just
It was,
it's more of like, cause like
that could definitely be a stripper song.
Because she's cheating.
Really?
For sure.
So she's cheating. So it's more of like it's her choice.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
So it's like, I got you for the night.
What
This
you
is what
gonna
you're
do?
looking for.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Stripper
but
song.
that one,
Definitely could be a stripper song.
Yeah, but the crazy thing about that is when I dropped that song, I had that in the vault for a whole year.
Damn.
I'm getting tired of this vault, man. I'm gonna need the key.
It takes time.
I'm gonna have to
It's
get the
like,
dynamite.
I'm like one of them artists where I'm like very patient. Like I would be the opposite of what like a
Real quick, 18.
oh yeah, sorry. But me, I'm constantly like reloading, constantly like recording new stuff. So
do you feature with like new people? Do you try to like reach out and get new people on your music to
kind
kind of spread it
of
out?
like you. I mean, you could do that. That's an approach.
Uh-huh.
Usually that would be a good thing. But you know, of how I am, like I only work with different artists if like I feel like our music would gel together. I don't like to force, like just because.
Experiment with
I don't like to force like, oh, just because you're an artist and you rap, like, oh, let's get on a song together.
Yeah.
No, it's like, don't get me wrong. It's more of like what our sounds match together.
Right. Are we gonna make a
that's the
bomb
whole
cookie
point,
or is it gonna taste weird?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I don't like to force nothing, but if I feel like it's gonna be good, I don't mind working. But even like there's specific artists I work with, like my boy R&B Red. My boy R. Lacey with West right there. He's pretty dope. I mess with most recently. I mess with what's his name, Kenny, young Kenny J. Shout out to him. He's on Fiend.
I think I know him. I think that's my girl's boyfriend. I'm pretty sure. That name sounds super familiar, so I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's my
he be out there.
boyfriend.
He be in the crowd like with Overshow and Don Quest and then
That's
Carlos
cool.
Bryan and stuff like that and stuff. They're in a circle. Nah, but I mean, it depends. Like, would it actually like gel together? I don't like to force stuff, and that's not being like egotistic.
Right.
Or, like,
Nah, yeah, that makes
arrogant,
sense.
nothing
Yeah.
like that. Cause,
not everything goes well.
Because I surely like how I am as an artist. I don't try to compete with nobody. Like, there's no point. I'm only competing with myself because
there's no
at the end. And at the end of the day, my music will speak for itself, right? And I just want to make stuff that I know that it helps me out. Like that's the main reason why I just make music, because I really love to do it, and it helps me out, and somehow I create like a cool sound with it, and you know people can, like relate to it, and that's dope. Like that's the whole purpose. Like can relate to it and help others. Like that's the whole point. Like a reason why I make music. Not even the money shit. The money shit's cool and everything, if it ever comes. But like I wouldn't be like, it definitely wouldn't like make me happy. It would solve some problems, but it wouldn't make me happy.
That's cool.
You know, but yeah, I've been thinking about working with other artists, but it just really depends. Because out here it's a little different, way different. Because I just went to Atlanta. Music scene over there is so different. Like just even the sound is different.
They just have a different way of doing things, or
yeah, well, there's more like Georgia's not really locked down, so you have more events. Like people can perform and stuff. You meet all different type of artists. The artists are coming with, they're all different.
Oh, like different
like
genres or different vibes?
Well, just different vibes. Like, even like genres, like, they're all, like, they're bringing a different sound to them. Like, over here, everyone is, like, I'm not trying to be mean to nobody or anything like that, but everyone seems to mimic a specific sound. So,
I know what you're talking
about. I get what you're talking
about.
about.
I was going to say, I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
smiling because I'll hear people, they're like, oh, listen to this. And I'm like, I heard that like 1,000 times.
Yeah,
it just with a different voice.
And it's also like the same topic.
Same topic, yeah. Because you know what it is?
Yeah.
It's like, it's so easy to mimic it. Like, I will never forget when S.O.B. came out.
Yeah.
That was like, man. I mean, there's no knock to them, because they were like damn near the first one to do it.
Yeah.
Like Mark Sherman and everything. But shit, god damn.
It's a lot of them now,
What the
yeah.
fuck y'all niggas doing? Like, damn. Like,
personally, I like music that tells a story.
Yeah,
so like
yeah, that's
where
me
you
too.
really listen, it's like, whoa, that was deep, that was cool.
Yeah.
So those are really cool.
Yeah, so my thing is that too, even on the genre they're talking about, like it's cool to make music about that. I'm not knocking that, but if everyone's doing it, it's just like, man,
It's diluted by that
it's
point.
very diluted. It's just
one noise.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just one. Yeah, it's just they ain't bringing nothing new to the table.
Or like that one period where they had like the mumble rappers. That was like everybody came out with like mumble rap, and I'm like, I'm over this.
What I find crazy is like how fast like genres or trends get put in and how fast they like
zoom out.
Yeah,
It's
because like mumble rap was here, it was hard here, stuck, and then it was like gone.
Fizzled, yeah.
I wouldn't say maybe not gone because I'm sure there's people on here that are gonna be listening like mumble rap's still there, like mumble.
I mean, it's still there, but it's not. It's not at the peak where it's at. Well, I mean, the music industry is all about adapting. If you're not able to adapt, you're gonna fall off.
Yeah.
Like completely. Like you have to be able to adapt, and it has to be organic. Just like Drake. Like Drake is one. He's a goat. I don't care what nobody says.
I like Drake a lot. Yeah. No.
Like his numbers prove it. Like he makes good music.
He makes bangers.
Yeah. So he adapts.
How many times do you listen to Drake? Like,
A lot.
Shit.
Yeah.
All the time. He's in my top 3.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
you know, even like J. Cole, he adapts. But J. Cole's a little different though. He's way more just like, he doesn't even need like advertisement, doesn't need features. Same thing with Drake. He doesn't need none of that shit. If anything, he takes people, when he features on other people's shit,
The
he
song's
takes their
better
song.
because
Like,
Drake is on it.
that's his song. Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't miss. Even Kendrick too. He don't even gotta drop music, and he's ready to solidify himself. But they all move different though. Like they adapt. They all they bring a different sound. Like you hear Drake from 10 years ago till now, it's a whole different sound.
Yeah, but and also like if you compare like Drake and J. Cole during like the time we were in high school, they're relatively similar. They were on that same like it seems like they move on the same wave. Like
well, I get what you
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's kind of the same sound, but not really. But it's similar. So you could go from Drake to J. Cole and still be in your feels.
Oh, yeah,
having
for
the
sure.
same vibe.
Right?
Still,
Yeah.
Yeah, I will never forget when J. Cole came out with his album Born Sinner. That was crazy. And Drake's Nothing Was the Same. That was the same year, 2013.
That's like all my high school
And
years.
and Good Kid, Mad City came out that year too.
Yeah,
and you know who won the Grammy for best album?
No.
Fucking what's his face? Fucking Macklemore. For the
Wow.
Heist.
I remember Macklemore.
Yeah.
Man, he
That
seemed
shit's
like one of those
crazy.
that came and went too.
Yeah,
Kind of.
but-
No offense to my Malcolm.
No.
Yeah, he does suck at it. It's just like, man, this is, the Grammys don't really mean shit. Like, that's
I heard it's like rigged.
damn near. Shit, how the hell the Heist beat Good Kid, Mad City? Or even Nothing Was the Same?
Yeah.
Or even Born Sinner? Like,
He's like, nah.
no.
If you could feature like anyone
Recount.
in the world, if you could like work with them, get a song, who would you work with?
Honestly, it really depends. It
Yeah.
depends, it really depends, can it gel? But I feel like, this is hard.
He ain't never thought about
That was the tough one, you stumped
it.
him.
No, it's kind of hard, because honestly, I never really thought about it like that too, but,
Did it not come to mind because you didn't think that that would come up, or is it that's just not your focus?
yeah, that's just not my focus. Like,
Right.
I never really thought about it like that, because, if it comes, it comes, but it has to gel. Like, I wouldn't mind working with Brent Faiyaz.
I love his music.
He goes crazy.
Peter, you gotta get on it.
Now, okay, time
Gotta
out.
get on
Time
it.
out real quick.
He
I
gets
don't know,
crazy.
and I shrugged my shoulders because I'm not good with names. Now, when you said Brent Faiyaz,
Brent Faiyaz.
Faiyaz, okay.
Faiyaz.
I probably have heard of him, but the name
Yeah.
Brent Faiyaz,
You've
I'm
heard
like,
him before.
You have to have. Well, I found him off TikTok.
I
That's
just
how you found him?
I found him on
I've
TikTok.
just started
Shit.
getting into TikTok.
Yeah.
You know what's really crazy? All it takes is one song, and that's literally with everybody. Like, he was on Crew with
that's right.
GoLink.
Okay, I love that.
All around me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you
Yeah,
gotta do
that's-
that.
yeah,
You
that's
want me to
him.
know songs?
I don't want to
That's him.
sing
Just
on the
like
podcast.
mumble-
I don't care.
Yeah.
Man, because I can't ain't shit. There's not a lot who can sing like him, so.
Yeah.
But he just brings a different vibe, and plus the new shit, he on toxic shit, you know? I'm on that
There-
wave too.
There's only one song of his that's like kind of toxic, but I'm in love with it, and it says, "Darling, I don't wish you well. When you're not with me, I want you crying." And I'm just like, I love it.
I just want to hurt people.
Not even. It's just like I could feel that. I don't want
Yeah.
you happy if I ain't around. Like.
No, he's really
She's
dope.
fine.
His recent album,
Right.
"Fuck the World," it goes crazy.
Mhm.
It goes crazy. It's a good song. I mean, good tape.
I need to expand my
You should.
Just follow me on Spotify. I got all the playlists.
He's dope. He's from Maryland, from the 410.
I've been getting really stuck in like my genre right now.
What's your genre?
Well.
Don't be embarrassed. Say it with your chest.
No, I'm not embarrassed. I'm just saying like it's not like the most popular genre. I like alternative rock.
Okay.
So, like,
yeah.
My hands down favorite band is Weezer, right?
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
Never heard of them.
No, okay.
Never heard of them, but
you guys have heard of them, right?
I'm probably.
He's got me. You never heard about Weezer?
We gotta get him up here then, because
no, but
we lost.
Is like Weezer has like some of the most iconic songs,
Sing one.
Like Pork and Beans. Okay, yeah, you guys are gonna be like, what's Pork and Beans? No,
I'm about to Google it.
Oh
right now.
no, okay, hold on,
it sounds pretty good.
This is my favorite band. I'm blanking on their like, cause all my favorite songs from them aren't their like mainstream songs, like
okay.
Island in the Sun, you know.
Oh, okay.
That's
yes.
Weezer. Weezer sings
wow.
Island in the Sun.
Didn't know that.
Like my favorite song by them is Buddy Holly. Like they sing Buddy Holly. They sing.
I'm definitely learning something new.
Right.
No,
I never really listened.
There's probably people like screaming at me the song. I'm trying to think of
names?
this one song that they're like famous for.
Here, I got you. I'm gonna pull up.
It's It's not Pork and Beans. It's not. I mean, they're famous for Pork and Beans. They're famous for Island in the Sun.
Island, Say It Ain't So, Buddy Holly, Beverly Hills, and
Beverly Hills.
Okay.
Beverly Hills.
Is that Beverly Hills?
Yeah.
Okay, I
Weezer.
do like them.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
cool.
Weezer.
See, I like that song.
Yeah,
It's in my
exactly.
playlist.
I don't think I've ever heard of him. Like,
I'm sure if I play that song, you would know what that song is. It's in a lot of movies.
Yeah,
probably. Yeah,
it's in a lot of
90s
movies.
band.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's cool.
They're still around now, but people hate on them. They're like, Weezer's
You
not
gotta look it up.
Oh no, I'm just looking up like the alternative music that I listen to. Like I listen to it's like an old band. What's it called?
You gotta get it on Spotify.
No, I like Apple Music. I'm sorry. Even though Spotify's cool,
That's
Spotify just gotta.
Spotify,
Yeah, it is.
I loved Apple Music,
Excuse
and
me
then
while
I
I
got
fix my microphone.
right. I had Apple Music for a long time, and then I don't know why I got on Spotify. I'm pretty sure one of my friends put me on.
I got on Spotify cause that's why I was like, why is this like phone?
Oh wait, do we even have to speak English anymore?
Just pretend.
Kinda. Oh. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
That was
He's
just-
for fun.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I was thinking, I was like, well, that song ain't really recorded.
Yeah,
I am selling this
our
shit.
audio
Though.
cut out like.
Hey, I'm selling it. Though. I'm over here like, ooh, like.
Yeah, I'll do it too. I'll like.
I've been looking at it, making sure like I'm pointing.
Most of the videos, like they're not plugged in. Like just for everyone's discretion, our audio cut out, so we're not using the microphones. But I'll even like lean into it like I'm talking about, but it's not even on. Like, yeah, so.
Nah, that's cool. Though.
And they're like, why do you sound like you're further away even though you're like right up on the microphone? I don't know. That's the weirdest thing, huh?
You gotta just turn up the when you edit it, just turn up like the volume or something. Make it
decibel.
Yeah, something just to get it a little more clear and stuff like that. But you know, you want to put it too loud. My dumb ass done that before.
Yeah, I've done that.
That shit is like,
So is that why some songs are louder than others, or is that just like my speaker is janky? Because
Well,
I
I mean,
have songs
honestly,
that are like loud,
yeah.
and I gotta go run and turn it down, and there's other songs like I can barely hear them.
It depends like of how they did how they have the vocals at, and then where the mastering is at. Cause me, I like my vocals really up front in the beat where my vocals are loud, where people can hear it really clear.
What you're saying?
Yeah, and it just sounds more crisp. Like,
okay.
But some people, they have their vocals low. Like, I don't know, just that's not my cup of tea.
Yeah, my friend did a song like that, and I love the song, and I told him I was like, it's really hard to hear, and he's like, that was the point. I wanted it low and kind of sensual, and
it depends.
it sets the vibe, and I was like, okay. That
Yeah,
makes sense.
You gotta be
definitely
quiet if you're
depends.
gonna listen to it.
Yeah.
Doing shit.
You can't be doing shit. You gotta be laying down, listen to that shit.
Cuddled up with your boo, just
Man.
vibing.
Well, I think this actually probably takes us to the end of the episode.
Sweet.
We'll probably wrap things up. Anthony, thank you so much for coming.
Oh,
over.
thank you guys.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Surely, thank you.
Sammi J, as usual, thank you again for coming
I
in.
always got your back.
AT, if there's anywhere where people can find you, your Spotify or anything you got going on, just either let this camera, that one, or this side one. Let them know what you got going on. This is your plug. Go ahead and let them know.
Oh yeah, I mean you can find me T.A.M.E. I mean it's a little hard to, you gotta abbreviate everything, but it's on Apple Music, Spotify, basically all platforms. Dropping new music consistently, so check it out.
Opening the vault.
Yeah, I am. I will. Matter of fact, I'm probably gonna show you guys. I'll show you guys one song.
Okay. You gotta show us the one that you promoted for a minute.
Oh, I'll show you guys. Fiend. I got you guys. I'll show you guys that, 'cause it's cool. I mean, it's a little freaky, But it's not like too freaky. It's
So they can find you on Spotify.
everything, everywhere.
Everything's
Except for, I mean, you can look me on YouTube, but it's not on my YouTube channel. It's like on a various topic. But if anything, if you go to YouTube, go check out our video Too Much Part 2. It's under Maya Gonzalez's YouTube channel. You can put a link right
Yep,
there.
link
Yeah,
in the description down
it's a
below.
dope video. You know, we'll definitely love all type of feedback. All feedback is good to me. I don't take anything to the heart. You know.
Let them have you guys.